Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. You're watching the Libby Crafts channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing us how to make a satin bonnet head wrap. You can put on this piece in two ways, in form of a cap or in form of an head wrap, and I'm here to show you how to in this video. I'm on Facebook and Instagram at Libby Crafts. If you are here to subscribe to this channel, please go ahead and click on the subscribe button. Tap the notification bell so you don't miss out of any of our tutorials. We'll be needing two fabrics for this project, African print and satin. The first thing I did was to cut out a square from my African print fabric, and the measurement is 21 inches by 21 inches. So I folded it into two that way and folded it into two this way. Okay, I folded it into two twice. Then from that corner, from here, as you can see, from this folded part, I'm going to measure 10 inches round, 10 inches like that round. If you want yours to be bigger than mine, please increase your measurement. I always like it small like this. So 10 inches from that corner like that. I'm just going to place my measuring tape from that corner and move it around like that. Measure 10 inches right, to form an arc. Then I'm going to cut it out. After cutting it out, I open it up, and what I have now is a circle. I'm going to place my African print, that's the circle that I've cut out. I'm going to place it on the satin, and I'm going to cut out my satin using the same measurement. So I just place it on it like that and trace it on my satin and cut it out. As you can see, I was holding the fabrics together with office pins so as to keep them in place while cutting. The two pieces of fabrics have to be of the same measurement, exactly the same measurement. So I just hold it down with my office pins like that, and then I cut it out. I took off the office pins and I made sure that the two fabrics have the right side facing each other. The right side of each of the fabrics must face each other like that, and I measure about half an inch like that round, and I'm going to take it to my sewing machine and sew. But I'm going to leave a space of about 4 inches wide for me to turn the fabric inside out. Please make sure you notch the edges before you turn it inside out. My camera actually skipped that part, so I turned it out like this, and I'm going to iron it out. It's always good to give it a good press while working. The next step is for us to create a space or like a casing for our elastic to stay. The width of the elastic I used here is half an inch. So I'm going to be creating a casing of about 1 inch that will accommodate my elastic. If you're using the wider elastic, you're going to be creating a casing that is wide enough to accommodate it. But I think for this particular project, the smaller elastic is better. So I marked 1 inch round like that to create a space for my elastics to stay. So I'm going to just draw a line on those marks round so that it will be easier for me to stitch. I know the chalk I used here is not that visible. I'm sorry about that. So I'm going to take it to my sewing machine and sew, which I already did. Now the length of my elastic is 22 inches, which is exactly my head circumference. So just take the measuring tape around your head to measure your head circumference, and that is what you're going to be using to cut out your elastic. So in my own case, it is 22 inches. So I am going to cut out my elastic, and with the help of a safety pin, I'll be pushing the elastic into the space that we created earlier. I mean into the casing. All right, so I'll just push the elastic in like that and bring it out from the other end. I've pushed the elastic into our bonnet, and I'm going to bring it out from the same point we started from. Okay, I'm just trying to hold the two ends of the elastic together so that it doesn't move away. So the next step is to secure our elastic. So I'm going to just take off the pin and place the ends of the elastic on each other like this. Take it to my sewing machine, and I'm going to sew to seal it up. Now I'm going to make sure that the elastic is properly inserted into the bonnet, and that opening we have right there, I'm going to seal it up. Okay, I just fold each piece of fabric in like that and sew. So we have our bonnet ready, as you can see. If you want yours to be bigger than mine, like I mentioned earlier, increase the measurement. Now the next step is for us to cut out the piece that will be required to make an head wrap. Okay, and in my own case, the length of the fabric is 100 inches. The length is 100 inches and the width is 10 inches. Now you may wonder how I got the 100 inches part. I actually cut out the pieces I used for this project from a 6-yard fabric. That was how I was able to get the 100 inches length at once. If the quantity of fabric you have is not up to mine and you can't get the 100 inches at once, you can actually cut it in pieces and join them together. For example, if the length of your fabric is 45 inches, just cut out 45 inches and what will be required to make it up to 100. Make sure you had your seam allowance. That's for the part you're going to be joining. So I'm going to fold this into two, as you can see. Okay, and I'll measure about 2 inches from one end and do a slant right there and cut it off. Okay, I'm also going to repeat the same procedure on the other end of this fabric. I'm going to take it to my sewing machine now and sew from one end like that to the other end, but somewhere on the piece of fabric I'll leave about 4 inches space for me to turn the fabric out. Now I've sewn this piece of fabric, as you can see, and we have our space right here. Now I used my scissors to cut off those edges, as you can see, like I'm doing a slant. This is to ensure that these edges come out well after I've turned the piece of fabric inside out. I hope you understand. I repeated the same procedure on the other end. Now I'm going to turn this my piece of fabric inside out using that space created. I'll just quickly turn it inside out like this. Having done that, we need to seal up the space that we created. So I'm just going to fold the two edges in like that and sew. Okay, I'm just going to sew it like that. Now the next step is to give this piece of fabric a good press. You need to iron it out very well. Okay, and this is what we have. Make sure you bring the seam to the side. So there are two ways to go about it. You can leave it like this as a detachable one. Now if you want to attach your own long strip to your bonnet, just fold the bonnet into two like this to get the middle. Okay, just fold it into two to get the middle like that, and place the middle to the back of your bonnet. Okay, you can sew it permanently like this, or you attach a velcro tape or a press button so you can easily take it off when you want to use the bonnet alone. You understand? I'll be leaving mine like this. Okay, I won't be attaching it to my own bonnet, and I'm going to show you how to tie.